There's a function called tapering on the Husqvarna Viking Designer Epic 3, but you don't see this for every single stitch. Hi, I'm Sarah, and I'm going through all the fun features of the Husqvarna Viking Designer Epic 3, plus we have some amazing online courses for you to take advantage of with links below this YouTube video. In the description, you can find ways to master this machine from inside and out, kind of taking it beyond these free video tutorials. So let me show you how I found and got to the tapering area of this machine. So when you're picking stitches, and I'm currently in the menu C for satin and scallop stitches, you will find from time to time there is an extra piece or function right below the zigzag on the side. So there are stitches that when you pick that this is not an option for. Let me find one and it will disappear. So for example, if you mostly sew straight, you probably have not seen this function appear. Let's see here, zigzag. Oh, it's appearing there. So it appears some places, but I will tell you it's not for every stitch. So if you're looking for a stitch and you don't see it, that is why. So how about for fun, let's just pick a stitch. Normally it just stitches the way it shows on screen, but if you add the tapering option, you will notice that you'll have degrees of how you can taper the beginning, the end, or to do it separately. So you can do like 45-degree tapering, and if multi is selected, that means that you will get the same degree at the beginning, at the end. And you know what I love about this is that I can see what the stitch is going to look like before I even try stitching it out. So I love that we almost have like virtual stitching. Like, oh, I don't know if that's kind of the stitch I want to taper, so I might hop over to another stitch, stitch number 7 in C2, also taperable. Let's switch it to a 45-degree angle. So why would you even want to taper this? You know what's fun is that you can set this and then stop. And then when you actually go to turn a 45-degree angle, it will almost create a window frame effect. So those are things that you can have some fun with and just start to work around. This could be a perfect edging for a quilt label. You have different degrees. Like I remember back in the day where we used to take a satin stitch and to taper it, we would adjust it to be narrower as we sewed to get the same little taper version. Now we can just pick the degree, see what it's going to look like, see if it's something we want to try, and you can do just like I'm doing is picking different stitches, and sometimes you'll get a fun look, sometimes it'll kind of be a little wonky, tell you the truth, but you can at least like just take the time to look at it before you actually go to sew. So that would be how you could do it. If you want the beginning to be a 30-degree and an end to be a different one, you can choose those options. And again, find what works for the stitch that you've picked. So even if you just take the time, like I'm doing it right now, to pick a stitch and then kind of tap the different angles and see what you're going to end up with a little, like that's kind of cute because it gives it a little bit of a curve to it, and find which one would work best for you. So love that. I do probably more the multi, but having the options for different angles at different ends or beginnings is super fun. So go ahead and try some of those out. If you haven't already stitched out a stitch book, we highly recommend that. And there's so many fun things in this machine. You literally just need to take like 20 minutes a day and sit down and on just some fabric, just stitch. We're doing the guided pictograms and sewing out some stars and having some fun, realizing what this machine is capable of doing. It's a beautiful machine, and if you're only using it straight, it's time to get into some of those menus and functions like tapering and have some fun. Check out our Stitching Cosmos online course. That's the course that has all the fun different blocks and techniques that you can do, and I guide you through over 7 hours of instruction to help you master the machine in even more depth. So I hope you'll check out the free videos that we have in that course to see if that course is right for you.